Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to your social science class. Yesterday, we had started the chapter Outcomes of Democracy and we discussed the importance of democracy. And today, we are going to talk about accountable, responsive, and legitimate government. The basic outcome of democracy is that it produces an accountable government which is responsive to its citizens' needs and expectations. Then a question comes that whether the government is efficient or not. Some of the people think that democracy produces less effective government. I had given an example to you yesterday about the monarchy type of government and the democratic form of government. In the monarchy form of government, it is true that the monarch is not concerned about the deliberation of assemblies or public opinion. So the decisions are taken by the monarch. These decisions can be quick and their implementation may be easy. But the drawback is that they might not be in favor of the citizens. In comparison to monarchy, democracy focuses on deliberation and negotiation. In terms of cost, a non-democratic government can be quick, but its decisions may not be accepted by the people. So there can be a lot of problems. Whereas in democracy, the government may take more time to take a decision, but still the decisions may be acceptable and effective for the people of that country. Then another advantage of democracy is that if a citizen wants to know that which decision was taken through what procedure, he can find it out. This factor which it is known as transparency. So in a democratic form of government, there is lot of transparency as compared to the non-democratic government. Then some of the good examples to examine that fair democracy is taking place are free and fair elections, open public debate on major policies and legislations, and the right to information about government to its citizens. So these three are the basic examples by which we can examine that the democracy in a country is running efficiently or not. Then democracy needs to be free from corruption, which is a step to achieve better transparency in its system. Then democratic government is people's own government and hence it is legitimate. And the people wish to be ruled by representatives chosen by them. So this is another advantage of democracy, that people here choose to be ruled by the representatives they have voted for. Now we will come to the topic economic growth. We have already seen the variation in economic growth in a democratic and non-democratic government. If we look at the statistics in the nations where we have seen democracy, like South Africa and Brazil, here what happened is that 20% of people take away more than 60% of the national income, leaving less than 3% for the bottom 20% population. I will repeat again. If you take the example of South Africa and Brazil, here what happens that 20% of people, they take away more than 60% of the national income. And what do they leave behind? They leave behind 3% for the bottom 20% population. Now this brings in large economic gap between the rich and the poor. However, the difference in the rates of economic development between less developed countries with dictatorship and democracies is negligible. That is, they are at the same rate. Thus, it can be said that democracy is preferred for its other positive outcomes. So with this, we have covered the topic economic outcomes of democracy. We will continue with other topic of this chapter in our next class. The homework for you is to read the chapter. Thank you.